Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel.
I'm Gabriel.
And we're the Colombian cousins on Friday with the Cousins. Had a little delay there. I forgot who we were for a second.
What show are we watching?
Yeah. Back with another episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Last time on Avatar, it was a pretty epic episode.
Yep.
It was like it was an unexpected double episode.
Yes, did catch us slightly off guard.
Slightly off guard, but I was, the cliffhanger on the one before, the serpent one, that was a good episode, but the cliffhanger was good enough to, like, when it went to the next one, I was kind of like, I knew we were like pressed for time, but I was glad that we got into it.
Yeah.
Checked it out. Because the next episode, technically what was like part 2 of 12, was like super epic. We had like the big battle.
Dude, yeah. And it showcased a little bit of Katara, her abilities, because we were talking how she was keeping the, I guess, like the mud from coming out just with one hand, and then, kind of like
super
shoot
casual.
Sokka away. Yeah,
like
yeah,
super
like,
casual.
Like
I'm
nothing.
like, dude, she's gotten like strong.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of cool to see her and Toph work together, because water, like, I didn't even think mud can be controlled by both elements, technically. By both benders, I mean.
Yeah, because, I guess
it contains both.
Right, it makes sense. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to see. And then another showdown between Aang and Azula. It looked like she kind of got him there for a second. She's like the crazy spinning kick.
Yeah, that spinning kick, fire, flame.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But like last second, he was able to go up, run up, and run down.
That part was hype.
Was epic. And he used earth bending to, like, buy himself enough time. Like he created a shield, and he did his hand. He put the big rock boulder on it,
and then he did that thing we said Toph had done it too, where like he just protects himself with rock.
Like, so he's gotten really good at it.
Yeah.
And he was waiting for them to like drop the boulders to do it, but no, that was really good. And at this point, I feel like Azula's like really starting to get annoyed, because like they breached the walls of Ba Sing Se just to have the whole thing destroyed.
Yeah.
And so she's probably getting agitated.
Well, this isn't her first time that she's tried to capture him, and
and he's gotten away.
Right.
Or last time she got like
outnumbered,
and then now this, and the very first time technically he was just trying to get protect Boomy. He didn't really care to fight her. He was just running from her.
Yeah.
But this time he like faced her. But like she's like, she's kind of like a master assassin. Like she has the smarts. Like Aang is really, really good at what he does, but he's still young, right? He doesn't have that experience as much as she does.
Right.
Because obviously he's strong enough. He should be strong enough to take her, but she's like one of the premium firebenders too, though. So
yeah, she's a prodigy, so it's like she's been doing it for years.
Yep.
At a high caliber.
Right. Like even as a kid, she was already, like as we saw in that video, she was bending like way advanced for her age.
Right. Yeah.
So she was kind of like in some ways kind of like how Aang was with airbending. Like mastered it really young.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So they are now at Ba Sing Se, which is where they believe Appa is. So hopefully,
please,
I know. Hopefully Appa's okay. I'm not really sure what the point of like buying Appa. I mean, like he's gonna be really expensive, or like it'd be like a lot of money, I guess, would be the whole reason that they stole him. But like, I was just thinking back to one of our older episodes whenever they first stole him, and he was acting like he didn't know who Appa was or he didn't know it belonged to Aang. But then it didn't dawn on me like he's an air bison. Like it's pretty obvious, a flying bison, who it would belong to.
Right.
So it's like he should have known it was the avatars.
Right. Unless they have other bison that
can fly,
or that
just walk around.
Right, and he
But he has the arrow. Doesn't he have the arrow?
He does. Yeah, he does.
So I mean, you've got to be pretty dumb, but.
Yeah, it was not a bright moment by that person.
Yeah, but maybe they're thinking at Ba Sing Se, people will know that it's the Avatar's bison, and they'll pay like a high dollar for it. So I'm just wondering, like now that they see Aang walking around, if it'll be easy for him to track down. Like, have you seen a flying bison anywhere?
Right.
Like, he wouldn't be flying, but a huge bison with the arrow on his forehead. Yeah. It's hard to hide.
Right. Yeah. Not like you can put it in but just put it in the back room.
Yeah. Now we'll see if he can contain his anger though.
But then if you can, they captured Appa and then they have him. Let's just say they sell Appa, Then what? I mean, it's not like he's gonna cooperate.
I know.
A, B, you won't fly with him.
No,
that's for sure.
He'll just be like I mean, this is like stretching. Like you have some sort of a show and you want like a sideshow, like a circus or something.
Oh.
And he's like a
circus animal.
Yeah, like a show,
like you do with
people
a
pay
tiger
money
or
to
whatever.
come see him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
But I mean, besides that, I don't know. Unless it's like a little bit gorier than that, and they're wanting like his hide or something.
Yeah.
Or who knows. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm curious to see if he can maintain his composure. Like when he sees Appa, especially like chained down or whatever, trapped, if he won't get like upset again like he did last time. But now he has Katara to do like the
hey big guy
routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, we're ready to hop in. Just before we get started, just mentioning that we do have this as an uncut option over on Patreon if you want to check it out that way. Otherwise, I'm ready to hop right in.
Yep, let's do it.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
He must have incredibly strong legs.
I know. Maybe they take turns.
Look, the inner wall.
Oh, there's a second wall.
Hey, don't
Dang.
jinx it. We could still be attacked by some giant exploding Fire Nation spoon. He's a giant bison. Where could someone possibly hide him?
God.
Oh.
This is last remaining city that hasn't fallen to the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool way to let him know if you can hear him.
Here.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Great honor of showing the avatar around Ba Sing Se.
Were they expected?
Yeah.
Oh.
Katara, and
No,
Toph.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like they
Welcome
were.
to our wonderful city. Let's begin our tour.
I guess the guy that
And
they
then
helped
I'll
at the
show you
wall
to your
probably
new
passed the
home
information
here.
along.
I think
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
They're not in the war. They don't think
This
about
is
the
the
war,
lower
so
wing.
Yeah, maybe
What's
just
that wall
out of
for?
sight, out of mind.
yeah.
Oh, Ba Sing Se has many walls. It's so quaint and lively.
Everyone look kind of. Oh.
You do want to watch your step, though.
Yeah.
So different from the way the monks taught us to live.
Like super segregated.
Yeah, it seems that way.
This city is a prison. I don't want to make a life here.
Life happens wherever you are.
What's his end goal? What does he want to do with life now?
Look at them.
Who, Iroh or
Firebenders sitting
Zuko?
right
Zuko.
under everyone's nose.
I thought we were starting over here, changing our ways.
We are. When I get the evidence I need, I'll report them to the police and let them handle it.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Home to the financial district, shops and restaurants.
getting a
and
little bit richer.
university.
Yeah, we met a professor from Ba Sing Se University.
Isn't history fascinating? Look, here's one of the oldest buildings in the Middle Ring.
She's like
Was
not
that woman
addressing
deaf?
him.
Yeah.
She only seems to hear every other word I say.
It's called being handled.
Yeah, she knows how it goes.
Yep.
Does this possibly come in a larger size?
Nobody like.
This tea is nothing more than hot leaf juice. We'll have to make some major changes around here.
The upper ring is home to our most important
Yep.
citizens.
I wonder if if they recognize Toph or know
What's
her from
inside that
family.
wall?
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Because like they're like the richest of
Yeah.
the richest.
And who are the mean-looking guys in robes?
Can we see the king now?
Oh no, one doesn't just pop in on the Earth King.
Avatar.
Your request for an audience with the Earth King is being processed and should be put through in about a month than usual.
Wow.
A month?
Look for Appa for a couple of
Isn't it
days, and
nice?
then
I think you'll really enjoy it here.
If we're gonna be here for a month, we should spend our time looking for Appa.
I'll
There
be
you go.
happy to escort you anywhere you'd like to
Yeah,
go.
you can't leave anyway.
babysitter.
To leave you alone would make me a bad host. Where shall we start?
babysitting them. Oh, a
I'm
cat
sorry,
owl.
but I haven't heard anything
Yeah,
about
that's
a
crazy.
flying bison. I didn't even know there were any.
Where's the black market? Who runs it?
What? Oh.
That would be illegal.
Oh, interesting.
I've
Yeah.
never seen any sandbenders
that
or
lady's
nomads around.
smile.
Super
You
sus.
should ask
Yeah.
Professor Zay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a political science student. I have to get to class.
Yeah. They're. That smile. Leave now.
Hey, come with me. So, Pong, what's going on with this city? Why is everyone here so scared to talk about the war?
War? Scared?
What do you mean? Look, I'm just a minor government official. I've waited 3 years to get this house.
Oh,
I
man.
don't want to get into trouble. You can't mention the war here. And whatever you do, stay away from the Dai Li.
I'm sick of tea.
Sick of tea?
He's just waiting to see the
That's
fire
like
bending.
being sick of breathing.
Where are you going?
I borrowed our neighbors.
Maybe he's a traditionalist with stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He likes to do things.
I buy it.
Yeah.
Like people are with
Or-
their coffee and.
Or since Zuko just got mad at him for fire bending.
I know how we're gonna see the Earth King. The king is having a party at the palace tonight for his pet bear.
Well, no offense to you simple country folk, but a real society crowd would spot you a mile away. You never learned anything. And frankly, it's a little too late.
Oh god.
Ah, but you learned it.
Oh.
You can teach us.
It's gonna fall on. It's gonna fall on him.
How hard can manners be?
The booger.
Good evening, mister.
But you two would be lucky to pass as busboys.
But I feel so fancy.
There it is.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's gross.
Fire!
Oh wow.
Wow.
Did the houses come with clothes?
Right.
Don't talk to the commoners, Katara.
Jet, you've got to stop this.
Maybe you've forgotten why we need to start over. Maybe you've forgotten about how the Fire Nation left us all homeless.
This is the best tea in the city.
The secret ingredient is love.
Maybe he's gonna kind of bait them somehow.
I think you're due for a raise.
Whoa.
Dang, that's quick.
First day.
I'm tired of waiting. These two men are firebenders.
But we know that they're more than capable of defending themselves.
Especially the two
I
of
know
them.
Without
they're firebenders.
firebending.
I saw the old man heating his tea.
He works in a tea shop.
Oh yeah, now it
He's
sounds
a
dumb.
firebender, I'm telling you.
You want a show? I'll give
Exactly.
you a show.
Oh, this could be a good fight though.
Yeah.
The Jet was pretty good. Oh. It's a crazy cut.
Yeah.
Will do.
Oh.
No entry without an invitation. Step out of line, please.
I'm gonna have to tell them who didn't let me in.
Step out of line, please.
Wow. Not even the card
Dang.
got her in. Got her in.
Do you think you could help us? Our family's inside, and I'm sure they're very worried.
He's taking all the good stuff.
Oh, it's like a real regular bear.
Yeah. No wings coming out the back or anything.
Near the bear.
I'm Hwa Mei, and this is Dung.
Now, where is your family? I'd love to meet them. It would be dishonorable to abandon you ladies
Man.
without
Everyone
finding
is
your
like
family
that.
First, we'll keep looking.
You must be getting tired of using those swords. Bet you wish he'd help you out with a little fire blast right now.
Oh, he cut his hay. Oh, he messed up.
You done messed up now.
Yeah.
King.
I low-key thought Zuko would be better.
Looks like.
You know, royal.
Yeah, I just remember how good
flowing
Jet was.
robe, Fancy jewelry.
You found us.
I'd know your little footsteps anywhere, Twinkle Toes.
Thanks for letting us in.
You have to leave immediately
Uh-oh.
or we'll all be in terrible trouble.
She found him.
You must go.
I was about to say, is he gonna blow? But then he's gonna blow his cover.
The Avatar.
Oh, but now all the attention. Oh god, yeah, messed up.
That was probably her job.
Don't let the people know the Avatar's there.
Yeah.
You keep their attention while I look for the king.
Oh, is that just water? Or I
It's
guess
like
all the
Gatorade
juices or
and
something,
yeah, juice.
You know, Zuko may just be used to fighting with fire too.
Arrest them! They're firebenders!
This young man wrecked my tea shop and
Yeah.
assaulted my employees.
Oh.
Dang. Okay, so they're serious.
You don't understand! They're Fire Nation!
I wonder if we're gonna know who the king is, or. Oh.
Hey, the Earth King.
He may not even care, even if they told him about
Yeah.
the weakness of the Fire
Greetings, Your
Nation.
Majesty.
Whoa.
Throwing their hands at them?
But maybe the gloves are made out of dirt somehow, so they
Oh.
can use that and then grab them.
Or like, yeah, like rock and
Avatar,
then.
it is a
Yeah.
great honor to meet you. I'd like to talk to you. Your friends will be waiting for us in the library.
Oh boy.
The Earth King has no time to get involved with political squabbles
Yeah,
and
so
the
don't see the
day-to-day
series.
minutiae of military activities. What's most important to His Royal Majesty is maintaining the cultural heritage of Ba Sing Se.
So the king is just a figurehead.
He's your puppet.
Oh, no. His Majesty is an icon.
But we found out about a solar eclipse that will leave the Fire Nation defenseless. You could lead an invasion.
Enough. I don't want to hear your ridiculous plan.
Calm down. You're safe now.
Our economy would be ruined.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Oh god, are they gonna like
talking about? Where do you
Like
think all the
hypnotize him?
yeah, or torture, hypnotize,
Can't
whatever.
hide it.
Maybe they're
Silence
all
and talk of conflict. Ba Sing Se
hypnotized
remains a
somehow.
peaceful,
Like
orderly
brainwashed.
utopia.
Yeah.
I believe that one lady is.
There is
Yeah,
no
the
war
handler.
within the
Yeah.
walls. Here we are safe.
I'll make sure everyone knows.
Oh boy.
Until now, you've been treated as our honored guest. If you mention the war to anyone, you will be expelled from the city. I understand you've been looking for your bison. It would be quite a shame if you were not able to complete your quest.
Oh, he knows.
What happened to Judy?
I'm Judy. I'll be your host as long as you're in our wonderful city.
Dude, it's like kind of creepy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, come on.
And the music too. You know, it's giving me Get Out.
Get Out vibes.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what it reminded me of, and that's exactly it. I was like, God, it reminds me of something, a movie, a show. It's Get Out.
Yep, it's exactly like that.
The glass lantern is like the cup
The cup, yeah, the
thing. Man, that's kind of crazy. I did not expect that at all.
yeah. I'm like, this is a kid's show. It's kind of scary for a kid.
Well, it's kind of hidden behind you can't really.
That's true. If you don't know, then it just go over your head.
Yeah. But it's like I expected the city to be very like a really good established city that can defend itself really well. But I thought it was because so on the outer wall they had like actual military men who were like attacking and everything.
Yeah.
But in the inner wall, everyone is like it's like they've been in that bubble for 100 years.
Yeah, and
more than
that's
100 years.
All they know.
Yeah.
Well, then they're not allowed to talk about it, so they probably don't know.
Right. And then anytime it was brought up to them, well, anything like that has to do, like, for instance, whenever he asked that one guy, if someone were to try to sell a bison, where would they do it?
Sorry,
and then she just shook her head. He was like, that would be illegal. It's like they're not even allowed to talk about anything negative.
Yeah.
But then the poor side of the city, there was like a few like iffy characters. Whenever she was like, here, you may want to watch your step. So it's like
the guy with the blade and like
she did say those were the new travelers. So maybe they're not, they're so fresh there. They're not brainwashed yet or something. I don't know.
It didn't seem like, it only seemed like the handler was brainwashed. The way she was acting, everyone else was just like
afraid.
Like afraid
I
to
can't
say anything.
Well, it's like over there, it's like one little misstep and you start it's like living in like in a country that's where like you have no, like the people have no control. Like it just showed the guy was like, I wanted this house. He couldn't just go buy it. He had to wait 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
interesting.
Yeah. And I was even thinking like that was a good show. I was hooked, but I was like, the Avatar didn't even fight or anything, but we saw Zuko and Jet fight.
Yeah. Which I was surprised. I thought Zuko would win that, but I mean, maybe like you said, he's just so comfortable fighting with fire.
Yeah,
that he's a good like hand to hand fighter. But if he could firebend, that's what like
it elevates him.
Yeah,
and like if he'd never firebend and he would just only fight without firebending, he could probably get a lot better at fighting.
Yeah,
but because his firebending's so good, I mean, we saw it that in the leather whenever he was protecting that little kid. A few episodes ago, he was fighting those guys and he was kind of losing. It was multiple guys, and as soon as he switched to firebending, he beat the guy. But then they turned on him.
Easily.
The little kid turned on him and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, like Iroh, for instance, could. And we've seen some of his moves. He can fight really good without firebending.
Yeah, he's on another level.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's kind of mastered it. But the style of the fight, like the animation of it, felt very. Like, there's been a lot of fighting, but for whatever reason, this one felt more anime. I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it was just like the running with the swords behind them and like everything.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't any bending. It was just like hand to hand combat. It felt like reminiscent of like the animation. style
There's
of
like
fighting.
some slow-mo stuff and
Yeah.
just the way. Yeah, I see that.
Like the blurred background when he's running fast, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, that was good. So now he's there. Now they're watching. Now they know why they're there. And honestly, even if they got to speak with the king and tell him, it's not going to matter.
He could be brainwashed too.
So I don't know who you give that information to. Like you have that knowledge. Now what?
Yeah, because no one there wants to hear it.
No one wants to fight. So at this point, you just pivot, look for Appa.
Yeah, you need Appa. You can't just leave.
Right. And they'll probably care. Like the thing about what would suck is if they don't really care to know that until it's probably too late. Like then the Fire Nation will be like attack. What's shocking is that the Fire Nation was just trying to breach their outer wall and almost did.
Yeah, but maybe the people there don't know that.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe just the right people know.
Like the Dai Li and
he's like, oh, they've always tried. This is like a common occurrence. They always try to attack and they can never make it. Our system is fireproof. No pun intended. But it's like they couldn't get in the outer wall. No one has ever been able to get in, except technically, ironically, Iroh was able to get in at some point, but then was expelled pretty quickly. So
yeah,
he even said like this was the one that he could never. Could never get.
They've made it apparent.
Those agents, the Dolly that they're calling them, I think, they look pretty intense. Like when he caught Jet's sword, like no problem.
Yeah, with like his rock glove.
Yeah, it was like clink, and then they used their gloves, which is pretty genius, to grab Toph or to grab. To grab Toph, like they went like this and pushed the hands out, and they went like this, and then pulled her.
Dang, that's pretty.
Dude, that's pretty cool. Actually,
that's really cool.
And you can only do that as a Earthbender, something like that.
Yeah, that's clever.
I know.
If you really think about it, I'm like, that's really clever.
This show, there's probably been like 50 times where I'm like, oh, that's a smart way to use that.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah. So like at the beginning, I thought it very simple. It's like fire, you just shoot out of your hand. And then like Earth, you just like can pick up boulders and throw them. You know what I mean?
You just throw some rocks at them.
Yeah. And then water is like, you just throw water, but being able to control it, like to switch it to ice.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they could do vice versa.
I would assume so, yeah.
Or can they control ice the way an Earthbender controls rocks? Like pick up chunks of ice and like do all the same things an Earthbender does with the rock, but with ice. Like cover their hand as with ice.
That would be clean.
And like shooting, because you've seen her like shoot like little ice crystals.
Yeah, we've seen that. So I mean that makes
you can see one.
leads me to believe,
like it, whether solid or a gas. Because if it's a I got questions.
Burn them with steam.
Right. Well, if they can control the temperature, can they go the other direction and make it really hot? And then also with steam, you can use it as like a propellant, like to push, like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
a rocket type.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's really creative the way they do that. So, and then with the Avatar mastering all 4 of them and he learning all those tricks, that would be just super clutch.
It's cool to see him already use the 3 elements.
Yeah, he's starting to use it more regularly.
Mm-hmm. But he's not just, what am I saying, relying on airbending.
On only airbending, yeah. It's like early on when we're seeing them learn moves, everything had to do with like emotion. Like not emotion, but a motion.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to do this or whatever. But like when those guys grab the gloves, they just I don't know. I feel like you get to a certain point where you can bend without doing any like crazy
just
fluid
like
thing. It's just like it's almost like telekinesis.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like Boomy is like he was able to do stuff with his head. So it's like you learn by all these like little movements, and eventually you could just
it's like fundamentals.
Yeah. Then it becomes just like Magneto. You just use your brain.
You just think about it like Boomy.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. We'll see what happens. They're gonna be. I feel like they're gonna be in boxing safe for a little while.
Yeah, they're kind of stretching that out, right? Like the whole Appa thing.
Right, and if you think about it, that kind of takes Azula out of the storyline a little bit. Unless she tries again. I don't know how long it's gonna take her to recover and try again. But she was following Aang, but now she's on the outer city and.
Well, she knows that he's there at least.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she can. But how long is it gonna take to like go all the way back, get another train thing, start drilling again. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, maybe it takes probably a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which I don't even know how they got back. Like they destroyed their whole machinery, so they just have to hike back, or something.
or have someone come pick them up.
Yeah,
but it's like a whole crew.
Yeah, true.
But I mean,
I don't know how they can. Yeah, who knows? But like send word to like send in more equipment, more machinery to come pick them up or something.
Right. I'm like maybe that's a little too detailed for the show.
Yeah, it just hops to the next.
We just assumed they got back somehow,
Right.
and yeah.
And then I only wonder because then how quickly will she be able to attack again? Like in 2 days? Because
that's not realistic.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, she's out of the storyline a little bit. So it'll be mostly about Aang and then Zuko and Iroh and maybe even Jet. Maybe we'll see next episode. We'll see Jet wandering the streets,
just brainwashed.
Super like there's no war, there's no fire.
Yeah,
and
he's
his
like,
2 friends will be like, what happened to you?
Smeller bee.
Yeah,
like he's got that smile.
That weird smile, and like he sees Zuko and is suddenly really nice to him. I don't know if he
maybe not even recognize him,
or maybe not, yeah, exactly, or just forget.
Yeah, we got. I mean, a lot of stories within Ba Sing Se.
Yeah. Yep. So, cool. Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. As I mentioned earlier, you can watch the uncut reaction of this over on our Patreon. We also have a Discord, an Instagram, and a TikTok. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with, what was that, episode 13?
Oh, gosh.
14? The next episode.
13.
13. Okay.
No, this one was 13.
Oh, okay. So then 14.
Yes.
Unless they counted that 2-parter as 12 and 13.
Okay.
I don't know.
we'll catch you on the subsequent episode.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks guys for watching with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.